just really focusing on the things that are in our control and communicating them is really the only way to win, because we're never going to stop people from, blame.
How do you solve for customer experience in a business where so much of your performance relies on other people's performance?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Thank you.
Yeah, good question. Honestly, I think the first thing is it comes down to hire the best people you can find, right? You have to hire people with the right mindset who want to lean into the service sides and can really take pride in the product of their work, so they don't get caught up when people do, blame them for some of that stuff. So you got to hire the best people you can find. We have a great team. Some of them are here. Thanks, guys, for being here. And so then I think beyond that, it's really being proactive in communication, right? So the thing that we think about is, how do we send out an automated text or a message reminder for every single thing that we do that people care about, so that when they say, hey, my seller says nobody's talked to them in 4 days, it's like, well, we sent you a text 4 days ago that said we did. So that's just not true. So, just really focusing on the things that are in our control and communicating them is really the only way to win, because we're never going to stop people from, blame.
We were closing a big portfolio loan in Ohio, and they were the title company. And since I was the contact on the lender, I was getting text message updates as well. But I'm not supposed to be the guy from the lending company getting the text messages. And I had to call Gina, who works with Megan. And I was like, can you get someone to turn this off? Because at my job as just the president, I don't need a text to know that the title commitment is in. We've got insurance. But when I rewind the clock to when I was the buyer and the guy that was boots on the ground trying to get a deal done, or if it was my personal residence, damn right I want that text.
Well, back then it was, we had to call the title company, because again, it's especially when you're working in volume, you're like, you got the boss man saying, hey, what's the status of 123 Main Street? He's like, I don't know. Let me call the title company. And then it's like herding cats. And then you got a title company that's got files everywhere, and then they got to research it. So being proactive in that communication is huge.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, so focus on the things that are in our control, and hire the best people we can find, and build a business that can pay them well, and, keep building.
So when I first got in the business, you would get a yellow pad and write down all the properties that you had open. And then you would get in your car or truck and drive to the title company and wait for the escrow officer to be out of a closing. You'd sit down. Well, I need to ask about 123 Main Street. Where are we there? And you'd have to fill it out. And then okay, what about 124 Main Street? You're like,
that's great.
But I just remember that and now you guys all have these portals and all the email hell, though. How do you get out of email hell?
To be honest, we have a site that brings everybody to the same place, where we say, this is your source of truth to get updates. Go here. Ariana will respond to you within 15 minutes if you go here and you put a message in the box, right? And then they do that. And we've really trained people to get their information through our site, and that has moved a lot of people out of these crazy email threads that just end up nowhere.